Have you ever used AI at work and just gotten that weird knot in your stomach, that little voice in your head asking, wait, should I be doing this? Well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to take that anxiety and turn it into a clear, powerful, and actionable plan so you can use AI with total confidence.
Yeah, that's the question, right? It just pops into your head. We're using these amazing, incredibly powerful new tools, and sometimes, right in the middle of getting something done, we just pause, and we wonder if we've crossed some kind of invisible line.
I mean, picture this. You're on a tight deadline, so you ask ChatGPT to help you draft a really important proposal. The words are flowing, the work is getting done fast, but then that little voice whispers, "Are there rules for this? Am I breaking any?"
Or hey, maybe you're using a tool like Copilot to summarize your daily progress. I mean, it's super efficient, it's a huge help, but what's actually happening to all the information you're feeding it? Where does it go?
Even for creative stuff like brainstorming ad concepts with an AI, the convenience is just incredible. But the thing is, in these totally normal, everyday situations, the potential risks can be completely invisible.
All right, so here's the game plan. First, we're going to put a name to that uneasy feeling. Then I'm going to show you a super simple 3-point check to make the risks crystal clear. After that, you'll see how this little check is actually the secret sauce behind the official AI rulebook. And we'll wrap it all up with your first immediate step to take back control. Let's do it.
Okay, so the very first step to using AI safely is to stop treating it like some kind of magic wand and start managing it like any other powerful tool in your toolbox. And that all starts by making those hidden risks visible, understandable, and because of that, totally manageable. So here's the core of it all. You can demystify almost any AI you use by asking these 3 simple questions. Where am I using it? What data am I putting in? And what are the rules? That's it. This is our framework.
All right, now let's actually put this framework into action. We're going to break down each of these 3 questions and turn them from these abstract ideas into a practical checklist you can start using like today.
Let's really dig into that second question. What data are you using? This one is absolutely critical. Are you feeding sensitive internal sales figures into a public AI model? Because that could become a data leak that tanks your company's stock. What about personal customer info? That's a potential privacy disaster with massive fines. Details about a top-secret project? You might as well just hand your competitive advantage over to the world. Or is it public data that's perfectly fine to share? Just knowing the answer here clarifies so much of the risk.
And the third question is all about the guardrails. Look, we know AI makes mistakes, so who's the human in the loop checking its work? Without that check, an AI-generated report could have a misplaced decimal that costs millions. Are there any records of who is using the AI and for what? Does your company even have a policy? Because when it comes down to it, who's responsible if the AI spits out a flawed legal contract or a marketing campaign that blows up in your face? Without rules, the answer is just chaos.
Now, here's the really cool part. This simple, intuitive 3-point check we just went through, it isn't just a helpful idea. It's actually the very foundation of how major organizations and even entire countries are being asked to manage AI on a global scale. Meet ISO/IEC 42001. Now, I know it sounds super formal, but just think of it as the official international rulebook for how big companies handle AI. It's a standard that gives them a complete system for using AI responsibly, and it was created to deal with the exact same worries we've been talking about. And as you're about to see, its core logic is surprisingly simple. Check this out. Our simple questions aren't just a good idea. They are the literal building blocks of this global standard. When you ask, where am I using AI? You're really talking about the entire AI system lifecycle. When you ask, what data am I using? That's the heart of data management. And what are the rules? Well, that's all about performance evaluation and accountability. See, your gut feeling was right all along.
And what's so brilliant is that the standard doesn't just stop with our 3 questions. It builds a complete management system around them. Just look at this list. Leadership means it's not just an IT problem, the execs are on the hook. Planning means you don't just dive in, you formally assess the risks, the exact kind of financial or legal risks we talked about, before you deploy. Operation means having clear rules for how it's used every day. Performance evaluation means you're constantly checking if the AI is actually doing what it's supposed to do safely. And improvement means this is a living, breathing system, not some document you write and forget about. It's a full-circle approach, all built from that simple 3-question foundation.
So that's the big picture. But real change always starts small. So let's bring this all the way back down from global standards to a personal, immediate action that you can take in the next 60 seconds.
Okay, right now, just think of one single task where you use AI. Could be any of the examples from before. Now, just in your head or on a scrap of paper, write down 3 things: why you're using the AI, what kind of data you're putting in, and who is checking the final result. That's it. By simply doing this one thing, you have officially moved from using AI freely to using AI with management. You've taken your first step.
So instead of feeling that vague sense of worry, you now have a framework to bring clarity. Making risks visible is the first and most powerful step you can take toward using AI with confidence and control. The only question left is, what invisible AI risk are you going to make visible today?